Hello everyone, my dear students of class 6th. Hope you are doing well and completing your work into your copies, and also you are attentive related to your online classes because teachers are working on that and teachers are sending you videos related to by which they could be able to complete the syllabus and you could be able to revise that particular subject. Okay. Along with that, they are providing PDF also by which you could be able, by sitting at your home, you could be able to complete your copy. And when the school will get reopened, those particular copies along with the assignments is being checked by the teacher. Okay, so be careful, and along with that you have to complete your work on time. Be attentive. Okay. So today we are going to start the history chapter, that is chapter number 12 of history, that is culture and science. What is a culture and what is a science? We are going to study about that into this particular chapter. What is culture? A culture which includes our customs, which includes our eating habits, which includes our religious things, which includes our each and every activity that is included into the culture. Science, whatever the development has been done into the India, whatever the things has been developed into India, that is included into science. Either it is related to the astrology, either it is related to the mathematics, or either it is related to the biological things. Okay. So these are the developments. These are the things which is included into this particular chapter. If you want to know about any country, there are four things that you have to keep in your mind that it is important. If you want to read about any country, culture, you have to study about the culture of that particular country. You have to study about art of that country. You have to study about the architecture, along with the scientific work of that particular. Whatever they have developed, whatever they have done, all the things, if you want to know about a single particular country, then you have to study about the culture, you have to study about the art, architecture, along with the science of that particular country, because it is important to know each and everything. If you are going to introduce that particular country, you have to know about each and everything. Okay. The literature, the art, architecture along are the four important part of the culture. Art, architecture along with the literature. These, and along with the scientific thing, these are the important parts of the culture. They depend the capability of the mind of imagine, that how the people used to imagine, how the people had created their culture, how the people have noted down into their literature. Whatever they are noted down by imagining, it is being mentioned into that culture. Okay. Next, they reflect on the level of the growth and maturity of the culture. Whatever the things has been brought into the literature, whatever the scientific work has been done, it tells us the maturity of that particular culture, that how it get developed and how much it was developed. Okay. And art and architecture show innovation of the techniques. Art and architecture without any modern equipment. Our India, the artists of our India at those times, without modern equipment, as I have already told into the class, they used to create a very beautiful temples along with the palaces, and they used to do artwork on the pillars of that particular temple. Okay. Without any modern equipments, they use their primitive tools, and they were making so many beautiful architecture on it. Okay. So by this we can understand that how the Indian culture was developed. Okay. And in the scientific work, there were so many acharyas who has developed the science into our country without harming our environment. Okay. In biological things, surgery, it was introduced into our country, that is by Shushruta. And there are many Ayurvedic things which was introduced in our country. Patanjali, he was the expert of the grammar, and also he knew about many yoga forms, and that is why our country was developed at that time. Nowadays there are so many things which is been developed, but previously we have discovered so many things which is been taken away by the Britishers, and they has introduced that. And so these were the advancement of our country, that many cultures, means to say that different type of cultures, different type of literatures, different type of scientific works was introduced in our country, and we were using that without any modern equipment and also without harming our environment. Next, the Indian history in the early times, about which you have studied in the class, brings out many astonishing facts about the level of the culture and scientific development. History reveals that the human brain has been evolved with the experimentation and exploration. It is a human tendency. You can see a small child. If you are giving any toy to that particular child, he used to play with that toy for some time, but then he starts doing experiment with that. He open that particular toy, he start watching that particular toy and try to again join that, try to make it again and try to join that parts again. Okay, so it is a human tendency. We used to explore, we used to do the experiment related to that. Okay, related to anything. Let us see the culture and the scientific growth took place. How the culture and the scientific growth took place into our country, we are going to study about that. Firstly, we will start from the literature, and into the literature, it was the first thing which was introduced into our country was Vedas. Vedas was the first thing which was first literature which was introduced in our country, India. Not only in India, it is known as the oldest literature into the world. Into whole world, Vedas is known as the oldest literature, in which the first literature of the Vedas are divided into four parts. First one is Rigveda, Samveda, Atharvaveda, Yajurveda, and the last one is Atharvaveda. So our Vedas are divided into four parts, and into which Rigveda is the oldest one. It is known as the oldest Vedas. Oldest Vedas into the world. Okay, so the Rigveda is the oldest Veda. Along with that, it is counted to be 2,500 years old. These Vedas are that much old. Okay, 2,500 years. Along with that, how they are written, because at that time there was no any papers available. No any paper was available. If we used to write anything into, if we want to write anything, we used to search a paper, or we used to search a copy or any diary in which we could be able to write down anything. Okay, if your mother used to say that beta, please write down this number, that particular number, you start searching the pen and you start searching the copy, and whatever your mother is telling the number, you used to note down into that particular copy. But there was, in the ancient time, there was no any copy, no any paper. How the people used to write? That is on the bark of a tree. That is on the bark of a tree. or we can say that bark of a birch tree. Birch is a type of a tree on which is used, whose bark is used to write down the particular script. Okay, so at those time there was no any paper, there was no any copy. So how they were writing that script? That is on the bark of a birch tree. Okay. The bark, what do you mean by bark? Into Hindi language we used to say that छाल, पेड़ की जो ऊपर की छाल होती है उसे उतार करके उसके बाद फिर they used to write on that. Okay, so this bark was used by those acharyas at that time, and they were using they were writing all the scripts on this hymns, whatever the hymns. What do you mean by hymns? Hymns is mantras, such as Gayatri mantras, the Mahamrityunjay mantras. So many mantras are there, and these mantras are noted down on the Bhojpatra. Okay, the bark of a birch tree is known as Bhojpatra. Bhojpatra. The bark of a birch tree was known as Bhojpatra, on which the people of those times used to write each and every script. Okay, so there were two things which was noted down on the Bhojpatra. First one is hymns, and second one was suktas. What do you mean by sukta? Suktas means well said. Whatever is been said by the acharyas of those times, it is included into the suktas. So the theme of the Vedas was varied. The Rig Veda describe about the gods as natural force like sun, wind, rain, fire, etc. Rig Veda used to describe about the god, that is sun, wind, rain, fire, etc. are included into the Rig Veda. It preaches the religious procedures for conduct of yagnas as a way of prayer to the natural powers and universe. So natural powers and into the universe, the particular hymns which has been created, maximum hymns you will found into the Rig Vedas. Yagnas and all the things, yagyas and all the things are performed by using these type of hymns. Okay. Next, Yajurveda has talked about medical system, Ayurveda and the alternative medical science of the modern days. Yajurveda used to talk about the medical science of the modern days and is heavily based on this Vedas. So these are the two Vedas. Into the Samveda we used to know about that what we say, music and different types of music forms are written into the Samveda. Into the Atharvaveda you will get to know about the magical hymns or the black magic type of things are written into the Atharvaveda. Okay, so these are the particular things which you have to revise, which you have to do the revision of that, and whatever the things are being, the notes has been given, you have to revise that and you have to note it down into the copy. Okay, stay tuned and be active on the online classes. Thank you so much.